Hello, all my real wealth creators in Facebook group. Today we are back on live again, and every Tuesday 9:30 p.m. Singapore time, 9:30 a.m. EST. And today we have a very special guest, and I want to introduce you to this special person. His name is Don, and he is going to show you how to become an online studio person. He's a studio producer, so he's going to show you the ways to get online virtually and attract all the clients you want in your life. So let us all put our hands together and welcome Don. Hey Don, great
Hey,
to have you
Scott.
here with us.
How are you? It's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. So happy to have you here. And we've been planning for this such that he can come live with us and share his expertise with all of you. Because in this online world, many of you would perhaps need your own credibility space virtually, and people can recognize you on your own branding online. And at the same time, you want to look at the world class level producer online. So we have Don here to share. Hey Don, you want to share more about yourself? What do you do and what do you offer to the world with our group of family here?
Yeah, we can do that, Stella. So I'm actually, not only am I live with you on StreamYard, I have a group of students with me who I'm about to introduce to you. I'm going to give them a heads up that if they don't want to be on this broadcast, they can turn their camera off. But I don't think that's them because they're producers too. They're
Great.
empowered with their own studio that from their laptop computer, utilizing free software, they can broadcast their message anywhere in the world. So as I bring them in, I just want to maybe introduce and show that I'm in two places at once. And I know that as people are trying to put together, how do I get to all my groups? How do I message my content? How do I get my workshops out there? How do I really make sure that I can inspire action and retain attention from that very first point of contact? And they're real, I promise. Would you guys wave? I mean, you guys say hi. There's Zach and Dr. Tayo and George. Yeah, there they are. They're waving. So they're not a recording. I can make them do it again. Wave again. See, they're not a recording. They're a real audience. And so the cool thing, Zach's tapping his head. That's awesome, Zach. Thank you. So the cool thing there to be able to have this look and have this group is that you can be in a Zoom meeting, coaching your people, delivering your message, having them make the moves, while also then broadcasting into your groups. Now,
Yeah.
maybe there's some things that you do on the upper levels of your coaching. Maybe there's some things that you don't want to broadcast, but you should be capturing every move. The only regret I really have is sometimes when I don't hit record, when I'm not capturing the moment.
Yeah. Hey,
Always
hi
have permission to
Eunice.
share.
Eunice is here with us today as well, Don. And she's saying that's cool. Yeah. So guys, if you are in this Facebook group and you're hopping in, say hi, and you can actually join on streamyard.com/Facebook, and we can see your name. However, if you're watching on replay, hashtag replay, so we know you're back in the replay with us and enjoying this journey with us online. Yeah, I'll pass it back to Don.
That's perfect, and that's part of what we're doing is collaborating. And I'll
Yeah.
tell you, there's billions of people all over the world who are waiting to hear your message. Billions of them. They're your prospects. Now, this is not a live audience, okay? But I have permission to use this audience because this is from a workshop. But these are your prospects, your clients, your students, your mentees. They're even your team members. And what you need to be kind of aware of is that to connect with them, the internet's no longer optional; it's mandatory.
Yeah.
So by being able to take somebody into this environment, to within less than 90 minutes, turn anyone into their own global media company, spreading the world, utilizing the internet, which is much more powerful than what the media personalities of the past had. That's what I do for my students. I'm able to bring them in and be able to have the same results I do because I don't use anything that I don't show to them, that they don't have complete access to. And they're in various stages of learning it, but you already see, I have my city in the background, and you see they have their cities in the background. We're globally. So if I were to ask a few of them, how many of you, and I'm talking to the Zoom audience now, my students, how many of you right now are in North America? You got 3, Europe, Jorge, and then Asia or Australia. Boom. You're all of a sudden you're a global speaker, right? It's that simple. The world is so small today that we can have these things brought together. And so you can bring them to your PowerPoint. And you can really talk about, if you're seeing behind the scenes, I'll show you the whole thing. This is actually PowerPoint. These are slides. And so what I'm able to do, I just simply put my presentation into slideshow mode. And now I can take you through move by move. It doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need to be a lot of words, but even just the imagery. of what it's like to try to present from the audience, from the gallery. You're kind of lost. And if you think about it, really every 10 years, about every 10 years, our communication style changes. I mean, it was cell phones and emails, and people had the cell phones in their car. I remember having that, and I was so excited when you got a call from your car. It was awesome. And then emails took over, and really what's happened now, we're in a position where that's not even new anymore. I mean, that's my kid has one of those because it's one of our first ones, and he just makes videos on it. But the way they're involved with technology and our acceptance of technology, particularly the last 3 years, have just gone through the moon. And so if you weren't ready for this, you weren't prepared for this, it took you by surprise, but you in quick order had to be ready. You had to get ready. And I think now you got billions of people all over the world waiting to connect with you online. You need to hold their attention from that very first moment.
Yeah, and the truth is, some people actually, I think there's some feedback loop there. Actually, some people paid a lot of money to build the studio, the virtual studio in their own office physically, and that's like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Whereas now you can build your own studio online with just a free software. Am I right to say that, Don?
Oh, if you're building your home studio, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you're building a professional one, like in an office, it's probably $500,000 or more, right? And that's to have all the pieces and the puzzles and just to show you what I've already shown you, let alone if I kind of show you what I'm working with. This is my setup. This is it. So I have 2 monitors. One's an okay monitor. One's a crappy monitor. This is a garbage monitor. This is probably $100 US. I mean, this is, as far as monitors go, the resolution's bad. It doesn't matter. Why? Because I only need it to bring it into my software. This is the software I'm using, and the software is free. And Stella, I'll tell them the software. I have nothing to hide. This is OBS, Open Broadcasting Software. So obsproject.com or Google it. This is not run by a company. It's run by a group of individuals, and it's been here for like 9 or 10 years. It's not new.
Yeah.
I have you right in front of me here. I could also have my website. I could have my funnel, whatever I wanted. You don't see all this. All you're seeing is being broadcasts. Yeah. But if I wanted to, this is not necessary. I added this. You don't need anywhere near this good a camera, this good a microphone. In fact, you can see from here, that's just a Logitech up there. But, the important part is that you got to have backup plans. See, something's always going to go wrong. So one thing that I have that if I need to, I can just pull the curtain. I have a backup station behind me. And
yeah, in fact, this is so amazing. You have multiple cameras there, which is, of course, for some of you who thinks, hey, this is a bit tough for me, it's not necessary. No. Dawn is on a higher level in terms of a setup. However, even having 1 or 2 cameras is possible. If you guys have hopped in on my 3 days workshop, which Nadia has, over the weekend, I did a 3 days fast track to monetize workshop. I only used 2 cameras. I could have used 1. I decided to do 2 because 1 I could actually write on my pad. Don can show something on that. I think Don has it set up on his writing pad. Yeah. Always. And as I write, people can see what I write, and then it gives that person the immersed, that connection. Hi, Nadia. Great that you are here. And yeah, she said, happy to see you. You changed my life in 3 days. I hope to be part of your life, to change your life even more. Yeah, if you are part of my process. And Jim here says, hi, Don. He's also from the extended JB family. And we have Gonzalo Avila, and thanks for the invite. He also hopped in for the 3 days workshop. They saw for themselves how I use it high functional way, not the full-fledged, good enough. And why do I use it is because the very, very simple reason that I don't get thrown out of Zoom, because it's part of the process. My presentation is inbuilt. I don't risk myself being thrown out. Sometimes when you open a share screen, Zoom does throw you out. So I use an OBS within Zoom, and that allows a seamless process of moving from PowerPoint to a video, to a website, and to the various components that you have set up for yourself, depending on what you are looking at. Yeah. Eunice say amazing scene setup. Yeah, so fantastic. I mean, if you guys are wondering how to build this up, you can always connect with Dawn. Dawn has this ability to turn your dreams into a reality. And Monica says, cheers from LA. With all these people out there with us tonight. Yeah, and it's fantastic. So can you all guys see just now, just turning one camera, he has the writing pad. And it's live. You wanna show that, Dawn, before we get distracted other things, writing on pad.
Yeah, here's the pad, and so what we're really doing here, when we were meeting face to face, I always had a paper in front of me, and I always made sure that I would write down what we want to do because people need to sometimes see it and feel it, right? So
Yes.
we can talk about transferring a message, and we can talk about the pre-frame and really making sure that you have their attention. And so now, as you teach, you can bring these components into what you're doing. Because once I have their attention, I've pre-framed it. Now I can actually discuss the topic. I can take them to my PowerPoint, to the website, to the call to action. And maybe it's just as simple as asking them to subscribe or watch. And by using things like StreamYard, like you're doing here, you're in multiple groups at once. See, this is cool for one-on-one. I use this for one-on-one for all my coaching, but then I also use it for one-on-many, 1-on-100, 1-on-500. And really right now, by you using StreamYard and connecting your OBS that way, you're talking about being in front of potentially thousands, if not tens of thousands of people that'll probably get, by the time it's done, put in front of 100,000, maybe even 1 million people. And so that's the power you have today with your message. But you have to secure that attention and pre-frame and really be able to transfer what's going on. Otherwise, their attention span's way too short.
Yes, exactly. And in fact, I ever did a presentation mode style of presentation through StreamYard using OBS. And you guys can see he's doing OBS within StreamYard. Seamless, very comfortable. The transition doesn't change doesn't lag. It's almost like you move from screen to screen very comfortably. And so if you are somebody who's a podcaster and you want to use and make yourself look more professional online, you can use something like that because it's going to blow people away seeing what you're doing online with this back end scene, with all your multiple scenes behind and doing your presentation. So it's very suitable for anyone who's doing podcasting, interviews, doing your Facebook Live, doing your online coaching, doing your workshop in many aspects. And it's going to support your clients to see that, hey, this person has this high level skills that I can learn, I can use it, and it is not difficult to learn. It's fully transferable. In fact, Don was helping many people set this up for themselves to be that level of person who can show it out to the world with this kind of level. So if you guys are interested to learn from Don, and you can click on this link below and you can it will lead you into Don's page and help you support you to build up something like that. I believe he has many programs and systems that can support you to build a system as simple as this. It's not complicated. It's just very high class. It looks wow. It wows you away. However, to build this probably takes you how long, Don?
90 minutes, depending on how complicated. But you're right. If it's simple, what you're looking at doing is just start. Just get moving. Build one scene. Build two scenes. And if you look at the group here, this group will tell you that I have technical challenges, that I get kicked off of Zoom, that sometimes it doesn't work, and that it's okay. See, don't need to be perfect here. In fact, sometimes when you're trying to be too perfect, you're actually disrupting any momentum you have moving forward. But when you move piece by piece, little by little, you actually look back and you're like, whoa, look how far I've gone in such a short period of time. And so I'll tell you right now, in the middle, you don't see Scott and Julie, but they're the brick wall. They're getting set up because they're about to test their tech for their workshop tomorrow. Now, what you can't see there is he's got about 3 TVs posted on that wall behind him. He's got about 4 cameras. It doesn't need to be that complex. It's going to be beautiful. What this group here today is here to do is to test their tech. So
would you want to zoom into one of them?
Yeah, Scott, go ahead and wave, Scott. If you can hear me, I might be muted. There he is. So Scott's got a workshop tomorrow. Him and his wife Julie are doing a workshop about finding your message. And what there she is. And so what we're here to do, this group is going to be their test. They're going to actually go through their videos. They're going to play their sound. They're going to check their scenes, and they're going to make sure that what they've built works. Now, my hope, and they don't want to hear this, my hope is that they have an issue. Now, why would I hope someone has an issue? So we can fix it. If we can fix it in front of the group, we're good to go. But everything here still is super simple. You and I are in StreamYard, but right now I'm just using OBS, which is free, Zoom, which I have a paid for account, but there's variations and versions of that too. I have another camera that takes me to a writing pad. I can take you to my PowerPoint. Whoops, if I bring my PowerPoint up, it needs to be actually active to be able to see it. There it is. So I can take you to my PowerPoint and take you through all the moves, exactly how they're going to appear. Mac or PC, we all have PowerPoint. That's easy. I then can take you to the web, right? And so when I take you to the web browser, this would be exactly what you and I are seeing. I'm seeing you, right? So I'm not going to show that kind of a parallax. That's fine. But really, the whole idea is to be able to have an environment where you have control of everything you need to see without having to do any kind of fancy add-ons. You don't need to do any kind of fancy investments in technology. That studio behind me, this backup one, that's a laptop that probably cost me $700. I mean, that's a decent. It's not a top of the line laptop. There's a little desk light that was $4, a monitor that was $100. It's a crappy monitor. There's a Yeti, which I think that's about $120, and then a Logitech camera that's $75. That's it. That behind me is as functional as what I'm doing here, with obviously some more bells and whistles, but a fraction of a sliver of what it would cost to do this professionally, what it would cost to have someone come in and build you a studio, or even build your own studio with just the equipment costs alone.
Yeah, I have something this small. Yeah, a stream deck that I bought it, and because I'm only using 6 scenes myself. In fact, I want to cover this part that you say about not being perfect. Not being perfect actually will serve you better in life. Okay, that's just one point that I want to share with the world as well. This is a part of the journey that I really show it and gave myself this own journey of growth. I wasn't perfect. I was just doing one step at a time, build one thing at a time. And sometimes there's technical glitch. And when you have technical glitch, it is how you react to your technical glitch that allows people to realize that you're real, and they love it on how you handle the situation. The more peaceful you are with the situation, the more that you can handle it with the kind of grace, the more they relate to you. And that's something that people want to learn, because in many parts of the world right now, everybody wants perfection, instantaneous result. And when we truly show to the world that, hey, we don't have to be perfect, we just build a piece at a time, just be at your own pace. And when something happens, we just deal with it. In fact, I was sharing with the guys in one of my coaching group that if the Zoom fails you, just exit and re-enter. If something you build doesn't work, just delete and reset. So that is simple if we relate to them as simple. If we give ourselves that excuse that it's hard, it's not easy, I will not be able to do this. Even frankly speaking, you will not be able to do a lot of things in life. The fact that when a baby is born, he doesn't know how to walk first. He just learn to crawl. And we know that we walk through our own journey in life, that we start with preschool, go to school, and then go to college, etc., in each journey, and we learn something and we progress. So it is about having the mindset of how you want to show to the world. Having something as elegant and sophisticated like this allows you to build credibility of space in the online world, gives you that kind of for other people to look upon you, to see that, hey, you are able to build this at the back, and it is not difficult. It is something comfortable, and the transition makes them comfortable to relate to you. And that's about it that we are looking at in all this whole journey. Yeah, don't you agree?
Yeah, in fact, I'll tell you what. If you ask this group right here, if you were here and you saw me freeze where I got kicked out of Zoom, raise your hand. Yeah, they while we were on, I get kicked out of Zoom. It happens a lot. Now, listen, I take every precaution. I'm hardwired. Okay, so I'm not on Wi-Fi. I'm hardwired. I pay through the nose for Zoom. I do not get any kind of discount plan on Zoom. In fact, if there was more, I would. And I still get kicked off, Stella. So you're right. It's all about how you handle it. But I'd much rather handle that type of an issue and move forward. Why? Because the transparency you just talked about. Just be you. Just be real. And here's the other part that I'll mention right now. You know, before I go on with any group, even people that have invested in me, and people that I work with every week, 30 minutes before I go live, and even today, I get a butterfly in my stomach. I get a little nauseous. I do. And I have to go disappear. I can't be around my kids or my wife for 30 minutes before I go live. And what that helps me do, it actually helps me center. It helps me get into a situation where I can kind of gather my thoughts and be in a position where I can be ready. There's been 3 times in my life where I've gotten up on stage, and I've been on stage for almost 18 years now with different size groups, anywhere from maybe 80 on the small end to I led 200 people at one point in the room while I was, doing trainings and coachings. And 3 times I froze, and I forgot what I was going to say. And what seemed like an eternity, I'm just standing up there staring blankly at either somebody or an audience or whatever, mind gone. I will tell you the 3 times that happened were 3 times I didn't have a butterfly in my stomach before I started.
Yeah.
I don't say get so nervous that it's debilitating, but right now, when I get a little nervous before a talk, before a workshop, before going live, I'm actually happy about that. Because if I don't get nervous, I'm not in front of the right people, or what I'm doing isn't important enough. That's kind of the way I feel.
Yeah.
It's okay to be nervous, be worried, make a mistake, but do it anyway.
Yeah, Eunice here said that's exactly the level of patience required for tech. Never perfection, progressive, and highly functional. Yeah, and you have Don here, highly trained in all these tech, OBS system, virtual studio. And you guys, if you really want someone to support you in building something like that, which is not difficult, it is quite simple for someone like me who's not trained in tech. Yeah, I set it up. It's easy to use. It's functional. It and frankly speaking, if that day OBS doesn't work for you, just use Zoom. Yeah, and the truth is, here we are being streamed. A lot of things are free in life. It is where you go and how you go and find all these things that can actually upgrade your level of delivery to the world. Today we are hopping in on StreamYard. Of course, I pay a minimum fee. I believe you can test it for free for a period of time, and we are streaming through OBS, which is free. And Don is on Zoom with his students. I'm being actually StreamYard live into my Facebook group, my Facebook page, which are free, and my YouTube channel. So this is the kind of process that we move on, we add on, we work on it, and we progress further to help the people we want to help. So anyway, just sharing, I have my Facebook group here. And if you guys are not in the group yet, you can hop in and join us. This is a Real Wealth Creation group. This is for your group of friends there. And for those who are not in this process with Don, you can consider that. And Don has all the coaching necessary to get you up to speed on that level. And I'll be grateful if you guys like me on YouTube, because I'm working towards my YouTube channel, and that will support me to give more value to the world, because I'm giving a lot of free resource in this Facebook group itself. It's a lot of training. This Facebook group is not like any other Facebook group. It is a Facebook group that we focus on delivering values, trainings, motivation, and mutual support, and even mutual ability to reach out to the world. This is where we are in this space, because the world is huge enough. There's enough resources to go around the world. There's abundance. That's what my belief system, abundance. And you can always help someone out there. And if we are not helping someone out there, I always tell my students this: it is your moral obligation to help someone who needs your help. Here we have Don, who has this ability to put you on a virtual level, virtual studio level, world-class level. And why not get this resource with him, through him? Yeah.
And Stella, to just kind of talk about where you could start to keep it not complicated, keep it easy, keep it short. They need a scene like you have right here and I have right here. This is what I call the primary scene, okay? Where it looks like we're in Zoom, because we kind of are. So if they had just the primary scene, and I'm going to write that one down, that's primary. The next one they would need would be them with their audience. So we need an audience scene. That way you can interact with your group, that scene too. The third scene that they need, and if I'm doing it on the simplest level, you want a scene with your PowerPoint. You want to be able to articulate and walk them through step by step exactly what they're going to experience. And so we have a PowerPoint scene. Then the only other scene would be to have something to do with the website, somewhere that you could drive traffic, either to a landing page, maybe your Facebook group, whatever it was, somewhere where you could take people for a call to action. And so if you only had these 4 scenes, you'd have your primary, your audience, your PowerPoint, and your web. That's it. Now, there's like 4 others that I work with on an entire 2-day workshop. But these 4 are where you start. And these 4 are what I teach. And if they can find either the link you put in there, they could find my Facebook group. And either way, there's already trainings here waiting for them when they join. And these are all free. Exactly what to download, exactly how to set up the just a laptop with one screen or just a computer with just a camera and a mic, that's it. You don't need to have the entire studio. Can I build a studio for you in 90 minutes? Yeah, I can build a studio for 90 minutes. Can you build one in, say, a weekend that had just those 4 scenes and had 95% of the impact? Yep. Yeah. And that's what my students are doing here. And in fact, in less than 5 minutes, they're going to start practicing with their scenes because they have workshops coming up this week. They have coaching coming up this week. And they'll be able to test everything in a comfortable environment where we want the issues so we can address them. And they'll all learn vicariously for those that share today, so that we can kind of practice and work and get all of our things together, not for perfection, but for permission to move forward. And that's what they'll do the rest of the week. It's actually a busy week for them doing workshops and for them monetizing here.
Yeah. And these are the simple processes that you can upgrade your level of delivery. And why not just hop in, have a chat, and see whether this is something for you. Join the Facebook group because there's a lot of trainings out there as well. So I also want to extend this for some of you who are just stuck in your own way, just not knowing where you want to progress in life or your business. I actually offer this breakthrough course, and you may want to apply. And this is for people who are not sure what's their life all about, your own journey. You may have it's actually covering many aspects of life. Or perhaps you just needed someone to talk to drive your own transformation, or you need someone to work with you on your business. You can hop into this breakthrough call. This is what I offer. At this point in my life, I'm just paying forward. It's 2 hours of my time to do this breakthrough call. No sales pitch. It's just my journey with you guys to bring you along a journey of growth together, transformation breakthroughs. So for those of you who are stuck in your own ways in this group, not knowing, or perhaps you're not sure what exactly do you need in your life, in your business, just hop in for this breakthrough call. And this is where I really want to support this Facebook group itself to have their own transformation for this. The market has opened, the world is back. However, where are you right now in terms of your being? So this is why I do these breakthrough calls, to support as many people as possible in this group. So before we end this session, really hop in. I have my YouTube channel there. Don't worry about it. And somehow, okay, this is the longer link. I'll just bring you back to the comments for the shorter link. Okay, and this is where the link is. So hop in. It is in the comments. We're posting in the comments. So it's all you need to do is click on the comment link, and it'll bring you to Dawn's page. Then you won't be lost searching. The trouble with people is sometimes you give them something and then they don't know where to search. So we put it in the comments. You can click, you can go to where you want to go. Hey, I have Jerry. Hi, Jerry. Another wonderful person. Stella is wonderful. He came for my 3 days workshop. I did a 3 days free workshop. And this is where the people begin. Some of them begin with me on the business process. Yeah, so grateful to see you guys. And this is a community. This is a community of really like-minded people with the spiritual level of ascension, and they want to help people out in the world to get out of their way, to find ways. For Dawn, it is the online version, the online way of reaching out to the world. For each and every one of you is different. You're looking for different processes. We have all this community of people out here in this group, in this Facebook group. You want to be participating, you want to join us, communicate here. Hop in all the Tuesday lives. We have it every Tuesday. Hop in, and then you can have someone. Maybe today you have someone right here giving you the exact solution that you're looking for to bring your level of delivery to world-class level for your podcast, for your interviews, for whatever channel you're building in your Facebook group or your programs. So hop in and look for Dawn for help. Dawn, anything to add before we close the session today?
No, that's perfect, Stella. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for allowing me to share this. There's tons of broadcasters, streamers, gamers. This is really for speakers, trainers, coaches, and executives. Your sales meetings, your workshops, you just nailed an incredible 3-day workshop. Anyone can follow these processes. This does not require massive investment. It does not require massive tech knowledge. Everything is brought down to the simplest step, and you can follow it. And you'll have a hiccup along the way, okay? Nothing's going to be perfect. Take that move, take that step, try it out, and just know that we're only using a small capability of what's here, but it's incredibly effective. You just need to put yourself out there, put your message.
So if you guys have any questions, I would suggest you post in these comments below. Any questions for Dawn, just continue to post it. Dawn will come in here, look at your questions, answer you. Just add him, tag him, Dawn, so that he knows he's being tag in the group, and then he can respond to you. He's always here to support you guys in your growth, in building your virtual event. And yeah, the link is here. Don't forget and click and just hop in and bring your level of delivery to the high class level. Okay, thank you all for being here. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, and he's also saying brilliant 3 days training with Stella and Dawn. Fantastic. Yeah, thanks, Jerry, for that. Yeah, and we have more bonus training coming for Fast Track to Monetize this Friday, only for those in the private program. So for all of you guys, I hope to see you again in the subsequent process that we have right now. In this weekly, as we progress, we're also sharing with you more processes, more tech, more support that can actually help you get out of your own way. And thank you for hopping in. I love to see you guys here. I'm deeply grateful to see you. And bye for now.
Take care, Stella. Thank you very much.